Alright, welcome back. This is the next video in the series about basic HTML for people who want to learn about SEO. And that is either maybe you want to learn how to do some SEO for your own website or websites, or you are just wanting to learn the basics of HTML with regards to SEO so that you can work in the world of online marketing or speak to a marketing professional that might be helping you with your website. This video is going to be very short, but we're going to talk about one of the most important things, and that is a link. And the link is something that you click on to take you to a web page or to some other object on the World Wide Web, like a picture or a video or something like that. We call that a hyperlink. And on our little example page that we've been using, I have added a link here. You can tell the cursor changed to a little finger. When I moved over it, it says this is anchor text. And anchor text is what we call the physical text of the link. And so when you hear someone say anchor text this, or the anchor text was blah blah blah, or use your keywords in your anchor text, that means to put the words that you want, your keywords, in this actual text here. And if we look at the HTML that we've been using, you can see here that I've added a new paragraph. And the only thing in this paragraph is this link. And the anchor tag is an A. Put a lot of things inside of an anchor tag, but the one that you see the most is a link. And here's the link. And so this is what it looks like. I'm going to get into each letter, each character here, but suffice it to say, you just open your anchor tag and you put your link page that you would like to go to. In this example, I just used Google. You close this is the closing of the opening anchor tag. Now, this is the opening anchor tag. Now what goes between the opening anchor tag and the closing anchor tag here is the anchor text. So if we wanted this to say, go here to buy this super awesome product, we could do that. Go back to our page, we'll refresh it, and there you see it changed. Go here to buy this super awesome product. So if your anchor text that you wanted to use, your keyword was Bob Dabalina or blood pressure monitor or Cisco 7961 telephone, which happens to be sitting here on my desk, you put that in the anchor tag, or in between the opening and closing anchor tags, and it shows up here as the link. You would also wrap an image with an anchor tag if you wanted to make an image clickable. And so anyway, that's kind of the basics of the anchor tag and a link, an HTML link. You're going to find an anchor tag and either an image in between the anchor tags or text, which is what we're going to be concerned with most of the time. These links, Google started to use links when they first came on the scene as votes. They still do, just use a lot of other things as well these days to try and determine what the most relevant page for a particular search is. But one of the most important things that they use in the other search engines these days are links, and what the context of the link is. What is the anchor text of the link? What is the page that the link is on about? Is it the same as the anchor text of the link? Lots of other things here, and those are probably a little more advanced topics, but suffice it to say, this is what a link looks like, and I showed you the HTML behind the basic text link. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Alright, welcome back, party people. And in this video, we're going to be doing something very quickly. We are simply going to learn how to view the HTML or the source code for a particular page on the internet, or the World Wide Web. And so the quickest way to do that is to use the right mouse button and click anywhere on the page with the right mouse button and go down to View Page Source. By clicking on that with the left button, it brings up the actual HTML of the page. So we can see, for instance, what the title tag has in store for us. We can see the kind of description here. We can see what kind of heading tags. We can see anything that's on the page. Anything that is rendering on the screen is going to be found here in the source code of the page. Another way to do that is to use a keyboard shortcut. And this is one that I think has been around since the early days of Mosaic. And that is the Control U, or I believe if you're on a Mac, that's the Command U. So you hold down the Control key, hit the U key, and voila, we now have the exact same thing we were looking at 2 seconds ago. Every browser, I believe, has that same shortcut in it. But you can go into one of the menu items at the top of your browser if you want to go that route, and just go to View Source or View Page Source. That'll all do the exact same thing, which is bring up a document that shows you the HTML for the page that you're looking at. So hopefully that helps, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Alright, now welcome back to video 2, and in this video we are going to talk about heading tags. And for those of you who may have found this video first, this is just a short series of videos to help people who are trying to learn how to do search engine optimization on their own pages, or understand a little bit more about search engine optimization and the underpinnings, so that they can speak intelligently to someone they may be hiring. And in this video, we're going to be talking about heading tags, which, as you'll see here in this example page, this is the HTML code here. In the first video, we talked about this heading section, the head tag. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the heading tags. And you will see, again, the less than and greater than signs indicating there's a tag here. And we have the letter H and the number 1. And there's an opening H1 tag and a closing H1 tag. And the H1 is the most important, or the top level heading tag on a page. So the most important topic of the page should be described here. And you should use heading tags, I believe, you should use them whenever possible to indicate the main topics of a page. And the reason being is that there is not a whole lot that you can do outside of creating content that uses keywords and key phrases and topics that search engines might be able to pick up on. But you can make it a whole lot easier for them if you use heading tags, so that they can just parse that little bit of English and know that you're telling them, and anyone who's reading that page, that this is the most important thing here. And the way I have this example page here laid out is I start with, right at the beginning of the body tag, I start with an H1 tag. And this one says this is the main heading. Then below that, I create a paragraph of content. And to do that, I use the paragraph tag, which is a P inside the less than and greater than sign. And you'll see there's a corresponding closing paragraph tag down here when I'm done writing. Now you can just create anything you put between the paragraph tag is considered to be text by a browser. And so you can basically write anything you want in here. Now, should you decide to put code in there, it's not going to work how you want. So just know that anything in here is going to get treated as text. But the important takeaway here is that, actually I have two paragraphs here, sorry about that. There's an opening one here, and a closing one over here, and then I created a second paragraph, opening and closing. And so you can see here, I can show you that this is how the page actually looks. This is the H1 tag here. And yes, this is ugly, but this is just basic HTML without any styling to make it look fancy and pretty and all that stuff. But you can see here's the H1 tag. This is the main heading tag. And then this first paragraph here is the first set of paragraph tags. This is the text that's between them. And then the second paragraph is here. And you can see that the browser naturally puts a little extra space between them. And we'll talk about how to style the page later, or maybe we won't, because it doesn't really have anything to do with SEO necessarily. This is just to talk about the basics of understanding HTML so that we can talk more intelligently about SEO efforts. And you'll see when I show you the code in a second, this is the H2 tag. As you can see, the browser makes this a little bit smaller of a font than the H1 tag. And this is the H3 heading tag right here. Again, it's a little smaller than H2 and definitely smaller than H1. And again, you'll find a paragraph below each of these. That's just how I wanted to show you how it would look in your browser. So going back to the code, here's the H2 heading. Here's the paragraph of content underneath it. And we had, again, the H3 heading tag and the paragraph of content underneath it. So the real takeaway here is you want to use heading tags, in my opinion, as much as you can on the page, because it's a very easy way and effective way for you to convey to your visitors, as well as to any of the search engines, that these are what the most important ideas or topics are on your page. You can change the styling or the way that these fonts look on your page very easily. They can all look the same. All of this text could look exactly the same. It could be the same size, it could be the same font type, but underneath you can still be telling the search engines that these are the main topics. So think about outlining your page, think about creating the content on your page as an outline. And I think that'll make this a little bit easier to digest, in that you have your main topic and then you indent to discuss some supporting material. And then there might be subtopics that support that main topic. And you can use the heading tags to organize your information on the page the exact same way. And that makes it very easy for people to digest it. It also makes it very easy for the search engine bots, like the ones from Google and from Bing, to digest it as well. So I hope this helped. Please leave me any comments if you might have any questions, and hopefully I can get to them and straighten out any questions you might have. Thanks for watching.